Welcome to Reality Check. I am very excited because Real Housewives of New York City, Dorinda Medley and Ramona Singer are in the house. Girls, welcome to the show. Now, Dorinda, you have been here before, obviously.
Yes, I have.
Ramona, we're so happy to have you for the first time.
I'm so glad to be here. I love your accent.
Oh, thank you. It's a little bit of everything at this point, I have to say.
Okay.
It's eclectic. I like that. Well, look, it has been quite the season of Real Housewives of New York with fabulous vacations, maybe a bit too much cabaret, and of course, drama. So on that note, let's take a look at this moment with the two of you confronting Tinsely about being secretive. Watch.
I feel you're hiding something, and you can do whatever you want to do, but be forthright.
I am not hiding anything.
No, you're still involved with Scott.
We're not talking about Scott anymore. I am not dating Scott. I actually
we don't
still
know if
do
you're
love
dating,
him.
but there's an arrangement.
There's no arrangement.
Okay, so upon reflection, looking back, do you think that you ganged up on her a little bit?
Listen, I don't think that we gang. I think you're going to see it in the reunion. Or I was trying to say, it's not that we care one way or the other. It's that we want to get to know Tinsely better and be part of her life.
Yeah, be forthright. You know what? If you want to see Scott, don't pretend you're breaking up. You're still seeing him. Just say, you know what? I'm in a weird situation. I know I shouldn't be with him, but I'm still attracted to him. I still have this pull with him, and I'm not sure what I'm doing or where I'm going. We go, you know what? We get that. We've all been there before. We understand.
I mean, you and Mario still have crazy chemistry.
We're just great friends.
I know, but
And
he's a very
Ramona's
handsome
always
man.
Ramona's always very transparent about what's going on with Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he came to the cocktail party.
Yes, he did.
And that's the whole thing I want to reiterate. We weren't ganging up. We're just like, please, what's the truth here?
I think she doesn't know. I think what really is now, as I'm watching this, I don't think Tinsely is really in touch with herself the way Dorinda and I are. Maybe because we have more life experience.
Right.
Maybe we've been through more. We're older, and I think
mothers as well.
Right, and she doesn't even really know herself as well as she should at this point in time.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes from.
So are you sort of the opinion that unless you really know what's going on in one of your friends' lives, it's really difficult to have a true friendship with them?
Well, you can't. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That's not a friendship. A friendship is like, hey, I'm feeling miserable this morning because I moved out of my apartment of 22 years, and it's a little weird.
I'm feeling a little depressed. I'm feeling great.
I feel like I need a Xanax.
John and I had a fight last night. I think the thing is that when you just tell people the positive or don't say anything, you don't know who they are, so it's hard to be close to them. Like, I feel like I know, even if I haven't seen Ramona now for a couple of weeks. We've been doing our own thing. I've been up in the Berkshires trying to get that done.
I
don't feel any less close to her.
Right.
We touch base every other day. We text.
Yeah.
She doesn't share anything of herself. Not even the positive or the good or even in between. I don't get a text from her, hey girl, how are
I don't
you?
know about you, but I find out things about her through others. Oh my God, she's having a lash launch.
Right.
Did you even know she had lashes?
No, she did. She told me.
Okay.
No, but you knew about the launch?
Well, I asked her about it. She said press only is being involved.
But that's what I'm saying. We had to ask her.
Right.
So it's so weird. You know,
like
anything that we've
pulling
done,
teeth. Yeah.
she, I would never know that you weren't launching your ageless line. I would know already.
More on that to come. The ageless line. I'm excited about that, by the way.
Yes.
Well, next, let's take a look back at that first night on the Miami girls trip in that amazing house. God, that house was incredible. When Sonia may have had one too many drinks. Watch.
I feel bad because there's a lack of respect for Sonia and her feelings and her past relationships. But when she has a couple drinks, her pain comes out.
You make out with my guys, Luann, my guys.
Sonia, would you be quiet now? Now you're really pissing me off.
So, Dorinda, do you stand by what you said in that confessional, that her pain is coming out after?
100%. I think Sonia's a good sport. She's a good sport about things. And then I think when she drinks, sometimes she gets reflective.
Right.
But I also think she lives in the past too much. It's gotten much better. But, when we go on these trips, she usually waits to drink till like maybe 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
She started like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So by 8 o'clock, that was it for her.
And we didn't have any food.
Yeah.
Oh, until you sat down for that dinner, you hadn't eaten?
Very little. It was like little. So it was, and that was strong drinks. It was rum.
It went right to her system.
Yes.
That's a lot of cocktails before you've had some.
But the great thing about Sonia is she wakes up in the morning fresh as a daisy.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me jealous.
What happened? What happened?
I know.
That makes me. I have one wine. I'm like, help me.
Yeah.
Well, look. Soon after that moment, Sonia actually took a really hard fall.
It was awful.
What was it? Yeah. I mean,
That was like very scary. I mean, she could have cracked her head open.
Absolutely.
It's almost as bad as Luann's fall when we were all away and she fell in the cement and
Yes.
I said, you went the wrong way. Go that
God,
way.
Yeah, go that way. But I mean, yeah, so in the moment, was there that immediate thought in your mind of, oh God, like this could be really bad?
Of
or
course.
did she seem okay?
She could have had a concussion.
It was,
Yeah.
and you have to remember that house was like a slip and slide of marble.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
like
I
sharp
literally
ankles
slid
everywhere.
from the bathroom into my bedroom, slid downstairs on the stairways. It was just all marble. So when you fell, you didn't fall on anything soft.
And a concussion, besides, let's say, getting a slit across her head or cracking her skull open. A concussion scrambles your brain so you can't remember well, you can't think well.
Yep.
It's a very serious
And you can't,
situation.
But I love
scene.
Sonia. Sonia's like, listen, I know how to fall.
Yeah, I know. I'm a horseback rider,
was
so I know.
classic.
I
Well, she was
know.
very relaxed. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
The drinks made her very fluid. And
Easy
she
to
gracefully fell down on the ground.
She did.
Semi-gracefully.
Well, and then
she slithered down. She just kind of
She
slithered.
did. It was
She
kind of a
slithered
slide,
like
wasn't
a snake.
it? Almost like a slow-mo. But then, Ramona, you and Tinsely headed out for a night on the town, and Dorinda, you stayed back at the house. What was the reason for you felt okay
Well,
going out?
I always like going out. When I
Yeah.
go anywhere new or anywhere, I have the energy. It excites me to be somewhere. I want to go out, check out the lay of the land, go to check out
out
a
the
restaurant bar.
boys.
Yeah, check out
Ramona
everything.
has endless energy. Ramona can be busy all day long, have drinks at night, and then I'm done. Ramona now, she goes up, freshens up, and she is out.
You got to teach
fresh.
me your ways.
Yeah, you are
I'm
good.
really
are ageless
you
in every
are
way.
really good.
Well, one of the season's most explosive and, quite frankly, heartbreaking moments was Bethenny's Miami meltdown. Let's take a look at that.
You're an asshole that didn't even have lunch with us today, that you go to look at your own poster.
And I needed
You're
to go and do that.
sicko! For cabaret, you left
I needed to
rehab.
go and do
I
that.
got it for free. You're sick.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're
You know
talking about.
You're
gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna have a heart attack.
I felt her pain. I felt Bethenny's pain. It was all over how she felt she wasn't there enough for Dennis, and maybe if she was there a little more, maybe she could have prevented something. So it was her guilt, and then the lack of awareness of Luann. And we were all trying to tell her, no, we're not jealous. Just, can you be aware of what's going on?
I think it just all came to a boiling point. It wasn't just about that. You're right. It was about so many other things, and the fact that, you have to remember, she started filming like 3 weeks after he passed.
No, I can't imagine.
And,
what that would've been
putting
like.
on the brave face and, like you said, being able to save someone else without maybe being able to save someone that was close to her,
Yeah.
like all came to a...
And the fact that Luann didn't even realize she wasn't being appreciative.
Yeah.
See, that's the
Right.
killer.
Well, Luann, throughout that whole thing, you guys were visibly awkward and trying to calm your
She
friend
didn't
down.
get it.
And Luann
She
just didn't get it, did she?
I mean, I'm in a great place with Luann. I think she has a lot of great qualities,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes she just doesn't know how to take something in emotionally.
Yeah. Right.
She just doesn't. I don't
And
know
so
why.
you said that you and Luann are in a good place.
Yeah.
Dorinda, how about you and Luann?
Yes,
Yeah?
I've been very busy, as everyone knows.
Renovating the Berkshires.
Renovating the Berkshires.
Yeah.
So I've been busy. Summers are always sort of a great little break to sort of take pause.
Mm-hmm.
But we're fine. I just think, I'm not going to say it didn't change things.
Oh,
Our
yeah, I don't know
relationship
how
has
you-
changed, and
Well, it's information. It's like, you're not going to forget it. You know?
No.
And it's kind of, as you get to know people, you know who's there for you, who isn't there
But
for you.
I've changed too. Here's the thing. I always look at these situations and say, maybe it's not just about the person. I've changed too. I remember during the period, I was so upset. I think I cried to you and cried to everybody that would listen. But my mother said, rejection is protection. And I used it as a time to, work
Yeah,
out.
well, you were very close
Right.
to her, and you were disappointed. And, the one good thing is...
And
you'll
she was
say-
too. So I
Yeah.
don't say just about me, but I think it's changed for both of us.
Yeah, I
and
think it's
that's
like just a
okay.
natural evolution.
Relationships change.
They sure do. That is very true. Now, I know that you were at Pride, so can you tell us a bit about whatever it was that was going on between Sonia and Tinsley?
Oh, gosh. Well, Kelly told me, because Kelly stayed with me for 5 days at my house.
Give us
I
the
think
inside
that they
scoop.
just,
And they went at it, and she just, being in reality TV, she sometimes wants to film a little too much information.
Right.
She didn't realize it was not a good thing that it goes so
Oh,
viral.
you're talking about Kelly.
Yeah, she took the...
Are you talking about
Instagram.
Kelly or with me, Sonia?
No,
and
Sonia
Tinsley?
and Tinsley
Yeah,
fighting. Kelly
fighting
took it.
at-
I thought
Right.
you were talking about why Kelly took the
She just took it as part of, she's sharing what's going on in her life. And
Yeah.
for some reason, I don't know why Sonia has a lot of anger toward Tinsley, and it was showing in big time.
Right.
Again,
And
she
probably
was
had a
drinking.
drink. She was drinking.
She was
Too
drinking. She
early.
started too soon. They had us meet at a bar beforehand. I personally knew it was going to be a very long day.
Yeah, it
So
was hot, too.
It was
That Pride
hot.
day
I
was so
took
hot.
note to have a huge breakfast.
And I couldn't be there. I was just finishing moving from selling my apartment,
Yeah.
moving to a new apartment.
You had a lot
it
going
was
on.
an incredible event. I just think that once we got on the boat, I keep calling it the float,
The
there
boat
should have
float.
been no drinking. It was just too hot and too long.
Yeah.
Oh, you were drinking on the float?
Not me. I drank,
Others.
but they
That's not
were
others.
serving. They
No.
were serving just
I
refreshments.
mean, it's Pride. It's,
Yes.
alcohol's like
and
water
I think,
on that day.
sometimes once
Sonia's
people
no control.
start, they don't know. And Tinsey was the same way, and they just went
They
at
just
it.
butted heads.
There's some
That's a shame.
unresolved issues there for sure.
Yes.
Well, excited for the reunion, that's for sure. Well, look at other housewife news. OG Vicky Gunvalson recently announced that she's going to have a diminished role in Real Housewives of Orange County. Ramona, any thoughts on
Well,
that?
actually, Kelly Dodd told me that Vicky is...
Kelly Dodd.
I
I love that you say
I know
that all the time.
Because I met her in Ibiza, and I met her I put her on my phone as Kelly Dodd.
Okay.
I mispronounced-
Dodd.
I put her in as Telly Todd. And it's really Telly Dodd. So,
No, Kelly Dodd.
All right, it's Kelly.
You just
whatever.
moved. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's Kelly. So she had said to me that Vicky is filming more than ever this year. So even though maybe she's demoted, she's so much part of the show.
And yeah, I think Vicky said that in an Instagram post as well. And then obviously Lisa Vanderpump no longer going to be on the cast of Beverly Hills. So if you had to,
That's heartbreaking.
I know I love Lisa, but if you guys had to get rid of one of your castmates, who would you cut?
I actually said to someone earlier today that I would love the show to stay just the same. Everyone who had an Apple this year, I'd like them to all come back.
Okay.
And leave the cast just the way it is. I think we had a phenomenal season. If it's not broke, why fix? But that's my opinion.
I think we should have on more friends. I was talking to some of the people involved, and I was just like, let's incorporate more of our friends into our life, have a bunch of friends, so, because that's our real life.
And that would be cool for viewers to get to see.
Well, I have
that
like
side
50
as well.
friends. That's going to be very difficult to incorporate them all.
But you could at different
No, but we
things.
can, absolutely.
You know, I have so many different friends from London and from all kinds of different places that they don't see. My friends in New York, and they're separate. So why
Yeah.
not just have a bunch of different
It's a
friends?
free-for-all. I love it. I love it. Let's make that happen.
But on a limited basis, because you can't have, you have to stay with a couple so they have a storyline. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have like 10
You can't have
different people.
17 taglines.
Pick a
at the beginning.
couple and
Pick a
just
couple
add
and
a little
flow in and
flavor.
out.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't
those
think it
producers.
means anything when you're. I mean, didn't Luann get demoted to a friend for a couple seasons or one season? And look, she's fully back.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think it matters, does
No,
it?
No.
Well, just go
Sometimes
backtrack.
it's the choice of the person. Things
Well,
are
yeah.
going on in their lives. I don't know particularly about Vicky, but things are going on. You know,
Yeah.
you just want to
And
be
things
involved,
happen
but
for a
not
reason.
overly involved.
Well, so on that note, actually, just backtracking a little to Lisa, do you have a specific opinion about? You seem to be a bit sad that she's leaving. Like,
Well, she was a great personality. But I
Yeah.
just think she didn't want to, there can be, I have a thick skin, and I think that's why I'm on for so long. I mean, growing up in a household where there's a lot of noise in the background, I can ignore the cameras, and which makes me say things I shouldn't say. And
it also makes you transparent, which we talked about earlier.
And then it also makes me, able to get over when someone gets upset with me. And I
Right.
think Lisa, there's so many things happen this season, she just couldn't get over. She goes, I'm taking a pass. I don't need this anymore.
I mean, it was a pilot.
She also has so many other things going on in her life. I mean, the girl
Yeah.
just seems to endlessly be opening something, supporting something,
True.
being involved in something.
I don't know when she sleeps.
So maybe, but she'll be missed.
Of course, she's like-
she's a great character.
It really
Absolutely.
is. But we'll also have
And I love
Vanderpump
her
Rules.
accent.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I know. Fellow Brit. Well, look, as long as you guys stay on Real Housewives of New York, I think everyone will be happy. So don't you
Hopefully,
guys go
fingers
anywhere.
crossed.
As long as we have fun.
You're in it for life. Well, look, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I'm really excited to see how it all goes down at the reunion.
Yes.
It's a doozy.
It's a
I
good one.
bet. Waiting with bated breath. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank
I
you.
am Lindsay Rodriguez, and this is your reality check.